Okay, welcome back to Broken Spoken. But you know what? I'm going to do a different intro. We're going to do a different show.
Okay.
What's
the show?
I don't know. We don't even know what it is. We're just going to make it up. And it may not ever go on the internet.
I'm a celebrity. We should call it that.
We should call it I'm a Celebrity?
Yeah, or like main character syndrome.
Welcome everybody to Soho Convo. This is a Miss Seven, a very good, close personal friend of mine, beautiful human being. And we were on our way to a Super Bowl party. Mm-hmm. And we decided to just jump in and, you know, kind of do like a fuck it recording, you know, with like no real purpose.
No real purpose.
In fact, we're even waiting for a stranger to arrive to like come see the studio to see if he's renting it to do an event. So it's really just going to be kind of like a buckshot of an episode, I guess you could say.
Straight to the face.
Straight to the Jesus, that's aggressive. You believe Dick Cheney did that?
Dick Cheney did what? I don't know anything about what Dick Cheney does.
Really?
Who the fuck is Dick Cheney?
Wait, really?
I mean, I may know his face, but who?
The vice president during the Bush years?
You're always lifting off all these random white people, and I don't know who they are. I never know who they are.
All right, fair. That's fair. But Dick Cheney was like the real person pulling the strings, allegedly, you know?
All right, yeah, because Bush was kind of dumb.
Kind of?
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, Dick Cheney is out hunting with buckshot, right? Okay. Or maybe it was birdshot. I don't know the difference. But he shot somebody in the face by accident, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
By accident on purpose?
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Depends. You know, he's a total gangster. They called him Darth Vader in the White House.
What?
Yeah, truly.
So wait, okay, so Dick Cheney is to Bush as Pence is to Trump.
Yeah, but Pence at least finally stood up for something there at the end.
Nah, he's evil. He's
Well, I mean, you know, he kind of did say, whoa, this is too far, which is hilarious given his beliefs.
Right,
but you know what I'm saying?
Right. Conversion camps and shit.
Yeah, oh my God. I totally forgot about that. He did send people to conversion camps.
Yeah, I'm here to remind everybody. Conversion camps. What do you think that's like? Can you imagine? Can we just kind of come up with what we think? This is what I think happens, right? All right.
You get on a school bus because they think you're childish. So they just put you on a school bus.
You're childish.
Just as a fuck you, right? Like they don't even spend the money on Greyhounds. So like, you're gay and you're going to the camp. We're going to save some money on transportation.
Coming around.
So you know what I'm saying? I think they get the most jacked driver possible with just a mythically racist beard. This is what I think.
Okay.
To transport them, right? Like, we're going to get the gay out of you today, sir. Get on board.
Hitler on top, lumberjack on the bottom.
Yeah. Like full on like Odin, fuck you. We're going to get the gay out of you in this camp. And then get the fuck on the bus. You know what I'm saying? No yelling on the bus. Like all that.
Okay.
They get on the bus. It's a school bus, like no AC, right?
Yo.
And then they take them into this weird ass town where just a sea of Confederate flags start coming up. Mm-hmm. And so as they're pulling in and getting more and more, you know, out of nowhere, it's just more rural and more deliverance as they descend onto the camp. I think
you have to have a few churches and cows on the way.
Oh yeah, and to make sure they stop and throw bouquets of flowers and like grains of seed. You know, like here's our tithe to the churches, which you're gonna study, John. You're gonna study it, John. So I got my eye on you, David.
David and John.
David, you're the gayest on this bus. We're gonna get it.
We rated your gay score before you got on. Oh shit!
How crazy would that be, right? If they just give you a gay score
on a level from gay to gayer, like John falls on the gayest. I think that.
I think that once they get to the gates, it's just all wooden gates.
Gay.
Because they know you'll never make it to the gate. So they don't even make the gate imposing. It's like a lazy gate.
But the gate starts with gay, so clearly, like we gotta let them in, like the tuh.
The tuh. We don't even keep the gay in the gate.
It's just the tuh out here.
We gonna get it out of you, David.
No.
Where's David?
I don't know.
David, we heard about you on the way here, son.
Listen, you know all I know is that if I had to go to a conversion camp,
yeah.
I'm like, anytime I watch a slave movie, I'm like, I'm gonna be the slave that dies because I'm not doing none of this, sir.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be the slave that dies.
I'm dying.
Yeah, for sure.
You would be the slave that dies.
Yeah.
You would actually.
If someone was imposing you, you know, like that situation, would you rather go out on your shield or survive and endure? It's honestly a tough question.
Would I rather just kill me now? Like, just
I
kill
think
me
it would
now.
just be a just kill me now.
I'm
situation.
dramatic like that. It's like, end my life. It's fine.
Yeah, like I'd just be like, I don't think I could do it, you know? Like, I think
they'd make me wish I would, rather than kill me than make me wish I was dead. Yeah.
Oh man, that's dark.
Yeah,
How did we
right.
get to that?
I don't know.
We just went down a fucking.
You with the conversion camps and the Mike Pence and the what's it?
We're gonna get it out of you, David.
David.
Here's an update on David. Journal log number 7. We are 8 days into camp reconversion. My primary subject, David Nathaniels. That's right, David Nathaniels, age 14, brand new boy. I came right here on the school bus 17 days ago. Here's our second log, okay? We're on number 2 log. Here's what I found. Scientific evidence shows that if you were to gift the person with additional resources and reward them for their anti-gayness, we seem to have some sort of
You're too good at this.
subservient, biological difference in the individual. So we're going to mark here as a red day. Yesterday was a black day.
Yo.
You think they're like that? Do you think they're like bad scientific?
No, you're
like,
too good at that.
Well, I found
Why do you sound like a Simpsons character?
Because I feel like that's what they are, aren't they?
I found in my math.
Who do you think runs a conversion camp? Like, they're not normal people, right?
No, they're like
Nurse
they're
Ratched.
They're Jesus freaks. Like they think that like they're those people that like, okay, so I went to SUNY Purchase, right? And we had this church people from West Virginia that would come and like go on our campus and be like, all the gays are gonna die. You going to hell. You think I'm shitting you. This was once a year. Every year they would literally, we would all get an email.
Yeah.
And the president would be like, all right, so they're coming. They're allowed to come because it's a state school. You can't tell them they have to leave.
Right.
Don't react to them. Like, they literally gave us a whole speech before it happened, and I'm just trying to get a burrito at the hub, like, and they're like, you gays and Jews and blacks are all gonna die.
Oh my God, he
Go
went
and
for
burn to
everybody.
hell. Yo, son, I
full
swear.
nuclear.
He wasn't like, we're going to start with one group and then conveniently move it to the next.
All of them, everybody, it was just all, God's gonna kill us all, basically. And it's funny because Purchase is like the gayest place I have ever been. That's
Really?
why I chose to go. Like, I went into school and there was this really cute boy in Timberland boots, heels.
Do you remember his
heels?
name?
I forgot. Timberland boot heels. He had on the cut off Daisy Dukes, like he was in a Beyonce video, and a crop top, and a baseball cap turned backwards with a sign that says "Welcome to Purchase." So I was like, and it was then that I knew I had chosen the right school.
That's awesome. I'm trying to think when I knew I chose the right school. I didn't until I met my roommate. Like, that's always the biggest fear.
All right.
Right? Is like, you get to college, you like your college, you like your major, maybe you got a scholarship, you feel like sky's the limit. And then you're stuck with the worst and most incompatible roommate possible. Right? That's the scariest thing. So I walk into mine, right? And it's this long-haired guy, really. Have you ever heard of the face of a friend? Have you ever heard that term? That someone has the face of a friend. It's like really talking about how you just vibe, right? And it's going to be okay. Like, all the worst possible fears are off the table. The hidden fears, you don't know yet, of course, right? But the worst possible obvious fears are out of the way. And so you're kind of like, you have the face of a friend, and you just know that you can kind of relax with this person and know that everything's going to be chill. No matter what, like, even if you don't agree, you don't have to be best friends.
I don't trust nobody. I'm kidding.
Really?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, you trust us to come here. Listen, 7.
Yeah.
We have a group of people here from the camp.
All right.
Who?
No more conversion camps.
Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Ezekiel. What's your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony.
Fuck you, Tony.
Anyways, so
Peaky Blinders is coming out this month, mate.
as you were saying, because if we don't stay on topic at least for like 5 minutes, they're gonna think we have ADHD.
Yeah, that's already done.
Okay. They know.
We're way
Fuck
past
it.
that point.
The secret is out. Yes, ADHD.
Please, sir, don't tell anyone.
More
I need
food,
Ritalin.
please.
More Ritalin, please, sir.
More Ritalin, please. Adderall.
Please, sir. More Ritalin.
More Ritalin, sir. My brother up the block, he got hit with a brick because Sandy, who runs the bakery up the block, dropped a brick off the roof
Off the roof.
and hit my brother.
Was it a regular brick or?
He just happened to be carrying
White.
all the Ritalin. I need more Ritalin.
He turns into like Gollum. Yo, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think we can put this on the internet.
I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, no.
So how do you feel about, imperialism?
What?
I just wanted to know, what's the biggest wrench you could get on an interview?
The biggest what?
Wrench.
Wrench?
Yeah.
What do you mean, just throwing a wrench in the interview?
I don't like these pills.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Pull the flush. Okay.
Anyways.
So
What were you talking about?
You lived in New York your whole life.
Not my entire life. Most
You
of
said
it,
you were
though.
born here.
No, I didn't tell you that.
Oh.
But unfortunately, I was born in the South. I was born in Charlotte. I spent a total of maybe a couple weeks, and my dad was like, we out.
Wow.
So then I went to Brooklyn, and it's been Brooklyn ever since. You feel me? No, I'm lying. Every once in a while, I would go, down south. I actually spent a few years in school down south.
Yeah.
Middle school and 1 year of high school. It was hell. It was hell. It was racist.
I feel like North
everyone was
Carolina is
stupid.
actually like one of the more racist states.
Yes and no. Yes, where I was, and no, where like all the people who moved to North Carolina from other places are. Like Charlotte and stuff, there's like mad Asian people, a bunch of people from different backgrounds. And especially now that the pandemic hit, everybody moved. Like all the people are like transplants to the South or transplants
It's true.
to these suburban areas. So it's like more diverse, and you can kind of feel that vibe now. But when I was going to school, and there's the places that I did go to school at, I was just like, yo, I can't do this. Like, it was kind of bad because I'd go to class and I was always like, they were like, oh, wow, you're smart. And literally the undertone being, oh, you're black and you're smart. Like, that's unheard of kind of vibes,
Wow.
It was pretty bad. I don't know. And I was like overlooked and just a bunch of bullshit. But anyways, fuck down south. I'm sorry. I will never claim y'all. The kids picked on me. So again, fuck down south.
I got bullied.
I'm not going to say fuck down south because, the South is actually pretty cool.
I got bullied for a period of time.
What'd you get bullied for? What did they tell you?
It was like me trying to, you know what it was? It was someone doing their best to make sure that I didn't make friends.
What?
While I tried
Hater.
to make friends.
I call that a hater.
Right? And that was the whole thing. Because I just moved there. I've always been good with making friends. And I even fought bullies. Like both from my brother and myself in Georgia.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's not like me being afraid of like doing something about it. But it was more about how I was in a completely shitty position, strategically speaking, coming in. And I had to kind of dig my way out. And that took time. Right? So it couldn't happen overnight. Maybe I could have just like walked up and punched him in the face. But here's the kind of story. I moved to this town, right? And it's like my parents, it's where they grew up. Not where they like formed themselves, but it's where they went to high school and met. So it went from kind of this vacation lake town situation, like vacation houses, to white picket fence, kind of get out.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Or like seriously, it was like 99.999% white.
That's scary.
Even the greatest teacher I've ever had, Mr. Deloach, a tank commander, he'd be running in his own town of, I'm not going to say the name of this town, and he would get pulled over by the local police, One of the greatest teachers ever, Mr.
They might as well
Deloach.
pull you over and be like, what are you doing over here, you I'm kidding. Why are you driving around this Sparks? Anyways.
Yeah, they probably kind of were like that.
And it's sad. Yeah, it's really sad no matter where you go.
But anyway, so I'm at this town, right? And I just moved there. And I'm trying to, I was a football player. Like I had coaches coming to my house to be like, yo, can you play football? And so that was my thing, So I moved to this town. I'm now in this like coach loves his son dynamic. It's very elitist in every way. Even the sports teams. Even the sports teams are like, well, you're not my son, so that my son gets preference, right? Like you couldn't compete to get the role. Like you couldn't compete to get the position.
If you were the poor kid that nobody knew, it didn't matter how good you were.
Right. And so, then I needed glasses, and it was just kind of like a convergence of problems and changes. And because of that, I couldn't make friends easily. And so this person made sure. And the way like our school was structured is that you have a homeroom day, right? You have like a homeroom. It's like
I
a
remember
stamp.
those.
Remember those?
Yeah,
it's like your
yeah.
stamp
That's
for
like
the
where
day.
you start your day at.
Right. That's who you associate with.
Do you have your schedule together and
right.
all that shit?
So homeroom was where this person was. And so in the beginning of homeroom, he'd make sure to make my day like difficult. Like I would walk
from the
up
beginning, like
and
you
just be like, try to make friends, you know?
Yeah, you'd be
and he'd
like, hey, what's
BB,
up?
BB, BB, BB. And I'd be like, what? And he's like, bad breath, bad breath, bad breath. You know?
That's so cool. Listen, let me tell you something. Going to
To
school in
making
New York
fun
City.
of how I hold my hands and shit. You know,
See?
like I would hold my arm behind my back like this, and I would just hold my arm like this, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it's just because I had ADHD, man, and I was just like this,
Trying to hold it together.
And he'd be like, why do you hold your shit like why do you hold your hand like that? You
Yo,
know?
what the fuck?
And just trying to find every way he can.
Suburban bullies are nothing like bullies from New York City, okay?
Oh, I bet.
Yo, suburban bullies, like literally the wackest, most picked on kid could eat a suburban bully alive, okay? Yeah, because listen, it's different.
Hold on. I don't know about that.
Please, these public school kids in New York are wicked. These public school kids in New York are
smarter and wicked. I bet is like you can't even touch them, right? Like,
son, the comebacks impenetrable. You just want to like you can't survive if somebody. It's weird and it's sad to say, but it's kind of like jail. Like if somebody says something to you and they violate you in front of a lot of people and you don't say anything back, you might as well just change schools. Just change schools, bro, because at the end of the day, it's never going to stop after that. It doesn't matter. You either have to beat someone's ass and show everybody you're not the one to be fucked with, or when that first person comes up to you, you shut their shit down to the point where they want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that they thought was their friends was laughing at them, you know? So if you don't have if you're not quick on your feet and it's
do you have
cutthroat.
an example of like when that happened in your life?
See, I didn't have good
Or
comebacks,
someone?
but I would beat a bitch down. So I was always the one.
last person to be fucked with. In that
Yo,
way.
but that's the thing is like
people don't know you like that though.
This is true. But going in high school, I was very naive. I was just naive, and I wanted to make friends. And it was a rude awakening when I found out how like evil these people could be and how manipulative they could be, because I wasn't in my repertoire of communication. I wasn't about like being mean to people. So when it happened to me, I didn't have any like smart mouth like comments. That's like developed over the years. My wittiness, but that just came with like gaining confidence in myself. But either way.
Right.
So it would just be like people would say stuff and like something adults would always tell me, rather than stopping the shit that was going on, they'd be like, well, words are not gonna hurt you, and sticks and stones and bullshit like that. So basically, I know I take a long time to tell stories. It's bad.
No, it's not that. It's just like sticks. Do you agree with that?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, and words will never hurt you. But you say the wrong words to the right person, you will be hurt. Like that's just how this goes. You know, that's the real saying. Like, yeah, fuck the sticks and stones.
I feel like sticks and stones don't hurt you when you're like on the frontier.
1883
right.
style.
Yeah, but like when you're in modern America, where like literally someone's comment on your Instagram could ruin your job.
Yeah,
like
it matters.
It fucking matters.
The words will literally ruin your life. So I mean, you know, just back to these shitheads. You know, one girl, she walked up to me in music class and she was like, I was trying makeup and I didn't really know better how to make it look good. And she was like, oh, you think you the shit because you got makeup on? And I'm like, I'm just looking at her like, and that was my thing, just to like look at people, because I know that like if I engage in this, it's gonna end poorly. Like right here, right now, they're gonna kick me out of school and arrest me. Like, because in my mind, I'm like slamming her head into the desk until she's like disfigured. Like, sorry, it gets that deep. Like I'm literally, and I'm the whole time I'm literally just standing there, like that moment in Euphoria when old girl like is like she like yells at the rest of her friends like I'm fucking Nate and blah 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 blah, and then but really she's just like staring at herself crazily in the mirror. That was fully me. Like when these because I can't believe, is this happening to me? No, this is not happening to me. And then it would come down to the point where like, you put your hands on me and find out. That's what's kind of like the rule I live by. Like I didn't say anything, but put your hands on me and find out how this is gonna work out for you. It never worked out for them.
Damn.
You know. But that's.
Let me ask you a question. This is gonna be a deeply personal question.
That's okay.
When you're in that point, when you're in that boiling point, where that switch flicks, right? What famous figure or comic book figure or superhero figure or whoever figure do you feel like you turn into? Like, what do you associate your bestiality with? Like, when you see movies and if you read comics, you know, what, it could be anything. It could be vampire. It could be Captain
When you're going
America,
into that primal instinct, fight or flight, and I'm most likely going to choose fight.
What do you like associate that with?
I feel like I turn into like, you know what? You ever saw the movie Blood and Bone?
That was recent.
No, it was like in the early, like mid 2000s, and
Is that Jai?
I don't know names.
Michael Jai. What's his name? Michael Jai White.
I guess we could say that.
Right. All he does is karate movies.
I think so. Like he's a black guy. No, he's done some. Oh, you know what movie he did? He did. Why Did I Get Married? He was that. You remember?
Yeah, I think that's Michael Jai White.
Yeah, him. He had
that's
the loudmouth wife.
Movie.
Yeah. She
that's
was
Michael
like,
Jai White.
She's like, you always cheating on me, and he's like, come on, chill. I just wanna.
Yeah, and he's
know what I'm
super
saying?
jacked.
Yeah, he'd be like, you know what I'm saying all the time when
he could be Blade.
Lying.
He could play Blade.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, it's just Michael Jai White for sure.
Yeah, so he's in this movie where he's a street fighter and like he just gets out of jail for doing a bid for his homie, or no, he gets out of jail for something and he makes a friend and he just the whole thing is like him holding a promise to get the. Anyway, watch the movie. So I feel like I become him because he was like a man of few words, but he was whooping ass. Like,
you know who's the best man of few words though?
Who?
Is The Equalizer with Denzel, the movies.
Yeah.
He says so little. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just strolls in and then time
Levels at the playing
slows
field.
and he sees the chess pieces move. And he's like, I think I only need 33 seconds for this. So then he bends down to his watch. He still hasn't said anything. He bends down to his watch and he goes, chick, chick, 33 seconds. And then he looks up and he kills everyone in the room
Before
32 seconds. And then he stops it and he's like, okay, I guess I am better than I thought. Next time, I'll reduce the second.
Next time I'll make it harder for myself.
Right. Next time he's like, oh man.
Kicks 8 people's ass in 30 seconds.
What is this,
like
Bush League? Fine,
mean,
30 seconds. Bitch.
So
that's
who you think you turn into in your
No, I don't think I turn it equal.
I was gonna say like
that would be awesome if I did. If I turned it into.
Let's test this out. Let's see about this.
Okay. So you're asking me who I think I turn into. I think realistically I turn into I feel like more Bruce Willis. You know, like where I'm gonna get, or Harrison Ford, where I'm gonna get hurt in the process, but I'm gonna come out victorious. You know, like not the superhero or archetype that doesn't get punched.
Untouchable, yeah.
Not the Keanu Reeves, not the Michael Jai White, right? Not the well, Jackie Chan got hit a lot actually, but Bruce Willis,
but
right?
he ate that like breakfast. And I mean, even Michael Jai White, like in the movie, there was a moment where you thought he wasn't gonna win because he was getting like he got punched in the face, but every time they hit him, he just turned around slowly, like.
But he can't do the things in between, right? Like Michael B. Jordan can, right? Like I just watched with, with Creed, but honestly, without remorse. Have you seen that Tom Clancy movie? You know who Tom Clancy is? Tom Clancy was like this stand is killing me. I'm sorry, guys, if you're hearing this. Tom Clancy, I think, was a naval officer in the Navy for many years. So, like, you know, maybe he touched upon intelligence stuff, but he left the Navy and started writing books. So it's all like military based. So Tom Clancy is the military, CIA, FBI, Navy, Army kind of specialist author, right? He's like the Stephen King of that genre. He's the guy, right? So we have a bunch of movies that were made about him, right? One of them being recently a Michael B. Jordan movie called Without Remorse, where he was a Navy SEAL who was attacked on our home soil by Russians, and his whole wife gets killed. Is like life.
Not half his wife, the whole thing.
Because she was pregnant. It's sad.
Oh, damn.
So like he goes full like revenge mode, right? So that's what the movie's about. But point being is like there's action and then there's the acting in between action. And the reality is that in order to connect with a character in an action movie, you have to be connected to them outside of the action. The problem with Michael Jai White is he never learned that. He only connects with his audience with the action. He never connects with it with scenes. where actually he's kind of being vulnerable to his character dilemma.
No, I thought he did when he fell in love with that lady and she realized, you know. But okay, in that movie particularly, he didn't have many lines in those quiet parts. But that's the thing about him. That's why I say I feel like in those situations when I feel like it's about to be a moment where I'm gonna have to knock somebody the fuck out, I feel like I give Michael Jai White 100% because I'm not gonna really say much to you at all. I'm not gonna be like, you thought I was gonna. Nope, I'm not saying nothing. All I'm thinking in my mind is do it. Do it. Please. Do me the favor and do it so I have a reason as to why you ended up in the ambulance, you know?
Yeah.
So.
What do you think is the first body part you would go for?
I mean, I go straight for the face. Like,
That's
I always
a reasonable thing to do.
I don't go.
That's
for
how I
the
know you're
gut.
serious, because if you're like, first, I will go for the pressure point just below the arm.
No, that's some bullshit.
Second, like
I'm not a
Sherlock
trained
Holmes.
fighter. I'm not a trained fighter, but I do know how to knock somebody the fuck out.
Right. You know that scene from Sherlock Holmes? You know when have you seen the movie? So he goes into this whole like time slows, and then you hear Sherlock Holmes' thoughts of how he's going to beat him up before it happens. So it goes like, like first, immediate strike to the tracheotomy. Second, as he disoriented, he's tilting slightly to the right because he's left-footed. I'm going to move for his ears, disable the equilibrium. Fourth, I'm going to ring over to the head with the elephant trunk. Elbow right there, knocked unconscious as he's descending onto the concrete floor. His inertia is going to be
not him narrating his own ass
14.5 times 6, 7, 8, which means it's more than his body mass, which means concussion is inevitable. That's the scene.
I'm dead. Nah, my boy
That's a different
narrated. Yeah, nobody's doing that. That's not real life. The reality is that you're confronted with the reality is you're confronted with the situation, and either you freeze or react, and you have to kind of let go of your sensibilities as an adult and as a person when you're preparing to punch someone directly in their shit. It's
That's
like you can't rationalize it. You just have to something happened and you don't feel safe and you feel like this person is going to attack you. I fully am for you punching someone first. Like everyone's like, don't throw the first. No, if you know you're not like physically equipped to like really throw somebody down or like you don't have any kind of training, hit them first. Hit them first in the middle of their sentence. Knock them the fuck out. That way you win the fight. You win the fight. But if you do let them hit you first, if you do let them strike you first, prepare yourself for where they're going to hit you. Watch them closely as they're about to hit you. And once they get the hit off, pretend it didn't happen and strike back.
See, here's my
Straight
thought.
to the chin. That's
What's
how
the
you knock somebody
situation,
out.
right? Like, are you on camera? Because at the end of the day, once the cops get involved, which they will.
So my strategy is...
He's here, this guy.
Well, before we go, I'm going to tell y'all, my strategy is to break that person down. And then the person who was recording, break them down also. One thing I was always taught from my father is you don't need an audience to whoop somebody's ass. So don't make it a big deal. It's always best to catch somebody when they're not paying attention or when there's no one around. Because then you really see what they're about. Because it's really not about you. If somebody's fucking with you and you whoop their ass in private and they just come back with the evidence, they tell someone you did it, you can one, deny it, and two, you solved your problem because now they look ridiculous and they're not gonna tell anyone, oh, she whooped my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're gonna be like, what happened to you? They're gonna be like, nothing. Like,
Yeah.
So you win the fight without the eyes. Like, I don't need an audience to kick someone's ass. Like, I'm not trying to make it a big deal. Everyone watch. I also don't need anyone to defend me. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. Meet me at 3:00. You heard?
Damn, don't fuck with 7. All right, well, our guest is here, so we're going to at least stop. We can always pick it up after, but if not, thanks so much for watching 7. You're really good at this.
I am?
You're actually going to come on to like a real show.
You think so?
I mean, not that this wasn't like a real show, but this was definitely impromptu, and we've had a lot, of
We've
wine.
talked about a lot and nothing
morning.
all at the same time.
Yeah, so we're slowly making our way to Jersey City, which feels like fucking Narnia from Brooklyn.
I'm going to Jersey off the strength of the fact that I know you and you said these people were fun.
Okay, way to set the bar low. Thanks so much for watching. See you around.